The plot of this indie film revolves around a couple who own funeral parlor that rents out coffins in a four sizes: small, medium, large, and extra small. The film is set in a crowded alleyway where the residents are so impoverished that cannot afford casket for their departed loved ones. Guido, the greedy owner, doubles as embalmer, while his partner pinning does the makeup, using the same tools on her dead clients as she does on the ones who are still lucky enough to be breathing, and earning some extra money on the side by acting as the neighborhood's official cobrador. Gossiper, gamblers, drunkards, drug addicts, ex-convicts, prostitutes, snatchers, and other notorious characters frequently congregate in the alley's funeral wakes, either drinking alcohol because they were born and raised in this type of environment. These individuals believe they have the right to abuse their own bodies and cause untold suffering to others. These same people do not believe in God, but will eventually turn to Him on their deathbeds. The story progresses with the rental of coffins due to deaths one after the other of tale. The Shabu mother, a drunkard son who loved her so much. Moises, a professional thief who was killed and salvaged by the police and was a husband to a nagging wife with three children. And Andoy, an addict whose brother Danny is a callboy con snatcher whose gambling laundry woman mother. After Andoy was killed by a drug lord and gang leader, Aling Carmen went insane. Eventually, all houses were demolished in a violent manner, putting an end to the people's abnormal activities and injustice towards one another. And the same site, a new church and new hope will be built.
And to discuss the lines, they are using profanity and some colloquial languages or some colloquial dialects. Um, these lines, their lines are actually these lines are words that you can hear in everyday life if you live in squatter area. Actually, with my experience, I live in I no, I did not live. I was immersed with that kind of location, and actually, it's very natural that they are using those kinds of dialects and languages. That is why maybe I think that the words or the dialects and languages that they used in that movie was perfectly fit based on their location. Actually, it was so connected. Location and the lines. They are not using two formal lines, and except with one person, the crazy man in that movie used idiomatic words to describe their place and the people in that place. Actually, he used the term daga and lunga. So that are the lines that is so that brings curiosity to the viewers of that movie. And that is all about the lines and the location.
Ang mga ginamit na effects sa pelikulang Ataul For Rent ay ang pagme-makeup ni Jacqueline Jose. Ang kanyang pagme-makeup ay pinakikita ang mga pagme-makeup sa mga patay na ang mga itsura nito ay ang pagiging maputla na angkop sa kanilang pagme-makeupan. At sa effects naman ng ilaw, sa una ay ang pagpatay sindig na nagpapakita ng nakakilabot dahil nga sa isang punerarya ng kanyang negosyo ni Joel Torre, at ang mga lamayan ay effects din kung saan may mga ilaw do silang sindi sa mga bawat tataon.
Watching this film can feel a variety of emotions such as humor, fear, disgust, compassion, and burden. And in my opinion, the musical scoring really did their job. I really love how the sound effects and the soundtrack complements the film. This soundtrack was titled Matalang ang Nakapikit, a music by Nonong Buencamino and lyrics by Celine Buencamino and performed by Hansel Australia. Moreover, Ataul For Rent gets a lot of awards and nominations, including the PAMAS Award, Best in Musical Scoring.
Our cast of Ataul For Rent: Mr. Joey Torre as Guido, Jacqueline Jose as Pining, Ronnie Lazaro as Batul, Ben Medina as Tata Islao, Irma Adlawan as Aling Carmen, Noni Bencamino as Boy Cagaw, Coco Martin as Danny, Irish Contreras as Doray, Tita Swarding as Boding, Ramon Zamora as Chairman ng Tondo, Alira Montalia as Insyang, Denver Olivares as Andoy, Jet Alcantara as Moises, Che Ramos as Susan, and the last, Jimmy Concepcion as Bokbok.
The film Ataul For Rent, directed by Neil Buboytan, commonly use usual camera shots and angle. In the first part of the film, I noticed that they use establishing shots to show the quality of life of the characters. They show the location in a squatter area wherein their life is miserable. Also, they use panning shots to follow the main character and to show the background of the main character. Then, they use close-up shots to show the emotion of the characters, mostly for Batul and Guido.
To discuss about the location of the Ataul For Rent, it was shot in slum somewhere in Manila where people are informal settlers. They are called informal settlers because the land that they are living is not their own property. It was somewhat like government properties or stagnant land that is not utilized by the owner or the government, rather. Um, the activities and the location in the location was actually executed perfectly because as we can see in the news, in some media platforms and other things that describe the slums in Manila, it was almost the same in the movie. So the location they use in that movie is perfectly fit on their movie scenes.
Editing requires knowledge of a certain programs and creative mind to turn any idea into a reality, just like how the editing of Ataul For Rent. I can say that the editing of the film was a sequential, the transition and the angles, but some scene in the movie were tricky, but if you focus on the film, you will appreciate how the editors and editing of the film really did their job.